Okay. Now we can start. It is RSA algorithm. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it is RSA algorithm. In RSA algorithm, what we are doing, we are finding in RSA algorithm we are finding P and Q such number, such prime number. We are considered to large prime number. In RSA algorithm, we are finding P and Q as a large prime number, and we calculate n is equal to P into Q. That means we are finding two large prime numbers that are P, one prime number, and second one is Q. And we are calculating n from both the prime number, and we are getting n. Now, what we are doing, we are calculating totient function, Euler totient function. There, I will teach you everything. What is from where we are getting? We are getting Euler totient function, and we are calculating is equal to P minus 1 into Q minus 1. This is Euler totient function. So assume public key. Suppose E is our public key such that common divisor is E quotient and function is equal to 1. It should be equal to this one. You understand this? After that, I will teach you in with example, and I will deduce all this. In this case, suppose E, what is E here? E is a public key. E is a public key such that common divisor of E and tangent function should be equal to 1. And E and tangent function should be co-prime. They must also be the co-prime number. And in this case, E should be greater than 1 and less than tangent function. And our private key D is our private key. And how we get our private key? By inversion of E mod tangent function n. Or we use this, that means E will go here, D mod Qn is equal to 1. And public key are E and N. By using N, we are finding public key E and N and private key D and N. Now you can understand it in a better way. Suppose our message is M, plain text message, and N we have found out. I already explained you what is N, P minus 1 into Q minus 1. That is quotient of it. And I choose. C is equal to Kipper text. Kipper text is M and encrypted by a public key, mode M. Now, in this case, what is Euler tangent function? What is Euler tangent function? I told you that it is count the positive integer up to a given integer n. That means we have to count the positive integer up to a given integer n that are relatively prime to n, and that number must also be prime number of n. In other words, you can say that k in the range of k, what will the range of k? 1 to n. That means what will be the value? It will be between 1 and n. So in this case, suppose our n is 9. Suppose I find out n is 9. Then how to find out quotient function? Then how to find out quotient function by using n. Suppose n is given to us 9, then quotient function we have to find out 1 to 9. That means from 1 to less than equal to n we have to find out. So 1 to 9 I have written over here, and I will see whether it is applicable or not. That means suppose 9 is n is 9, and I will find out the their factor should be, common factor should be 1. Like this, it is 1, it is 9. That means what is common factor over here? 1. If between 1 and 9, common factor is 1. Between 2 and 9, common factor is 1 itself. No other number. 3 can be divided by this, or we can say 3 and 9 are not co-prime numbers, because 3 except 1, 3 also can divide both the numbers. In case of 4, 4 cannot, there is no any number except 1 which can divide 4 and 9. In the similar case, 5 also can be a quotient function because it is also not common division. 5 and 9. 6, there is common division. By 3 we can divide 6 and 9. So 7 also can be a no common division for this 7 and 9. 8, 8 and 9 also there is no common division. 9 and 9 by 1 and by 9. 9 is a common division for both of them. So which number can be quotient function we can find out? Numbers can be 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. Any number you can choose in this. So there are six number we have find out for the quotient function. You can choose any one of them. So this is quotient function. And next thing is this, we have to find out how we are doing this. In this case, we have find out if P is a positive, if P is a prime number, P is a prime number. If we want to find out quotient of P, then what we are doing here, P minus 1. What we are, see, if we are, I already explained you, if we have to find out quotient of n, what was there, P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Now suppose I want to find out quotient of P, then we will do here P minus 1. That means suppose our P is a prime number. So P is equal to, so we have to find out here. Suppose our number is 5. Then suppose our P is 5. Then quotient of 5, then where we have to move? Actually we have to move 5 minus 1, that means 4. So 1 to 4 I have find out whether P is, then we have to find out which can divide. That means 1 and 5 common divisor is 1, 2 and 5 common divisor is, there is no common divisor except 1, 3 and 5, 4 and 5. So any of this number can be quotient of P. In this case, what we have done, suppose if I am saying there is P2, Q5. Suppose I am saying that P is given to us 2 or we have taken. Q is 5. Are two prime numbers QPQ, that means QN. QN, that means QPQ is N. It is N. Is equal to P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Is equal to P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Now I have to find out this. For finding out this one, I have used here, suppose P is 2 and Q is 5. That means what will be our N? 2 into 5, that is 10. N will be 10. Now I have to find out. Now I have to find out the quotient function from that. So what will be our quotient function? If N is 10, then what will be our quotient function? I will check here. 1 and 10. 2 and 10 cannot be because 2 is a common divisor for this. 3 can be there. 4 and 5 cannot be there. Like this, 7 can be there. Like this, we have to find out till 9. And here our total function, if I am saying I have selected 4. You can select. Hello. Hello. Now I am saying
Hello,
that
sir.
our P is 2 and Q is 5. P is 2 and Q is 5. Then what we are doing in this? P minus 1 into Q minus 1. So P is 2, so P minus 1 is 1 and Q is 5, so 5 minus 1 is 4. So total is 1 into 4. How much it will become? It will become 4. So quotient function of PQ means N, that was 10. So our quotient function of 10 is equal to 4. That is 1 into 4. 2 minus 1 into 5 minus 1, like this we have reduced. In this case, now I am taking a fair example for this. Suppose RSA algorithm we have used, P is equal to 3, Q is equal to 5, I already explained you. If it is the, hello, suppose RSA algorithm example is given to us this one.
Yes, sir.
P is equal to 3, Q is equal to 5. Now n I have to find out 5 into 3 is equal to 15. Now what will be our total of n? P minus 1 into Q minus 1. That means P is 3, so 3 minus 1 and Q is given to us 5, so 5 minus 1. That is 2 into 4 is equal to 8. So our total function in this case is 8. Now we have to find out the public key. Now I have to find out the public key from this. How to find out the public key? We have to see common divisor of E. E, that means public key. We have to find out. And total function is 8 in our case. Is should be equal to 1. That means what can be E over here? You have to find out that what can be E over here. E value should be greater than 1 and smaller than 8. Greater than 1 and smaller than 8. Then I have to find out any value it can be. It can be 3 because they are co-prime numbers. It can be 3. It cannot be 4 because 4 is common divisor. So it can be 5. You can take any one of them. Means there can be many public key for any algorithm. So in this case, I am making the public key suppose 3 or 5, anything you can make. How much keys can be deducted from your public key? If total function is 8, 1 we cannot, greater than 1 it should be, so we have started from 2. 2 cannot be, 3 can be, 4 cannot be, 5 can be, 6 cannot be, 7 can be. So these can be our public key. Whichever you want to choose, you can choose 3, 5 and 7. And in the similar way, I have to deduce the private key from it. So how to deduce the private key from it? Private key formula I already explained shown you in first page itself. It is D multiplied by E mod total function n is equal to 1. So I have written here, I have placed the value. Suppose the public key is my 3. So I have kept over here D into 3 mod 8 is equal to 1. So ultimately I will perform the operation over here and I will get D is equal to 3. So if in our case the public key is 3, I am also getting private key 3. It can be different also, but in our example it is. So in this way we are finding the public key and private key in DES algorithm. Okay. Suppose our now M plain text is 4. Suppose we have find out this key. Now I am saying my plain text number is 4 and I have to apply public key on this to encrypt this message. So suppose my plain text is 4 and I want to apply this, I want to encrypt this. So how to encrypt this? By my message is 4 and there is formula C raised to D. There is formula if M raised to E mod 15. M raised to E mod 15. So our message is M, that is 4. Our key 3. So M raised to E mod 15. I will perform it. I will get answer 4. So encryption for plain text 4 in our it may be different, but in our example I am getting the same. That is 4. This is our encrypted message. So in this way you can find out the RSA algorithm. ठीक है. Suppose
सर एक बार और दिखाइएगा सर उस पेज को.
कौन सा? ये वाला?
Yes sir. Yes sir. Wait sir.
I am saying this. It is M.
Yes sir.
I will share this on Google Classroom. Please note. Hello.
Yes sir. Okay sir.
I am saying that I will share all these notes on Google Classroom.
Okay sir.
So in this case, suppose I am getting now, or shall we stop? Now you already understood, I think. If you will get notes, you will be able to find out this or do this one. I am I'm saying this question is given to us. This question is given to us, and we have to find out. Suppose this is question given to us, and we have to find out. Question is this: in a RSA algorithm, a user two prime number p is equal to 13 and q is equal to 17 is given to us, and generate his public and private keys. If the public key of A is 35, the private key of A is public suppose public key is given to us 35, private key we have to find out, p is given to us 13 and q is given to us 17. So in this case, p is 13, q is 17, and will be p into q, 13 into 17, and we will get 221, and total function will be p minus 1 into q minus 1, that I will get this one. So E is our 35, and total function I already got from here, that should be equal to 1. That means group common divisor should be equal to 1. Now I will find out 35 192. I have to find out this one. Now I will check here. Now I will check here. D into E mod 5n is equal to 1. Now option is already given to us. If option is not given to us, then we have to deduce this. If option is already given to us, 11, 13, 16 or this one. So we will keep every one of them, and we will check whether our answer is coming correct or not. In this case, if answer is already given to us, E is given to us, total function is given to us, I found out, and I will keep all this thing, and I will keep the value of, we have to find out this value. Actually, we have to find out the private key. D is our private. So you can keep that value and check out which is private key. So D we have to find out, and every value is already available to us. And option is given for D also. D can be this value. In option it is already given A, B, C, D. So you will check all the option and you will find out. If option is not given to us, in that case what we will do? If option is not given to us, then I have to actually it is blurring. So you can keep in this formula and you will get it. Okay.
सर क्लियर नहीं दिख रहा है पिक्चर.
हाँ, ये क्लियर नहीं दिख रहा है, इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ ऑलरेडी दिस नोट्स आई विल पुट ऑन द Google Classroom, so you can check it. Now I'm going to stop our
Okay, sir.
meeting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
विशाल
बोलो.
हाँ, now you
क्या हो रहा है भाई, कैसा है?